Oh.
She had, like, this really annoying person next to her. Like, the whole show. I felt so bad. And then I was gonna say something, but then by that time we were, like, already starting to wrap up. So annoying.
He kept on, like, he had this empty plastic cup. He was literally like, ker-clunk, 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 watching the show, and ker-clunk, ker-clunk. And I was like, dude.
Yeah.
We paid a lot of money to see this. You need to...
Him and his dad would, like, talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think
his
loudly.
His dad kept on responding to the comedian like, oh, yeah, I need to take you to go do that. La, la, la. And I'm like, buddy. I get that it's a comedy show and you have hecklers. All the animals will be dead by next podcast. Previously on Gummy Buddies.
Super annoying.
Very annoying. But the comedy show itself, good. We got a lot of, like, his content. He spoke for, like, he was the final act, and he spoke for, like, a good 45 minutes at least. And I was really happy because it was all brand new stuff that I had not seen out of all his clips. So,
I like the we call them fluffers.
Yeah, the opening acts or whatever, they're before.
I didn't like the second one. First one.
First, yeah.
The host was really good, and then the second and third fluffer were really good, but the first one just was so slow and, like...
Yeah, his delivery, it was a good thing he started the show off, because it was definitely more of a warm-up, like, took a while to get to the funny part, but it was great. I had some sad stuff happen last week. I have an in-law, my ex-mother-in-law passed away, whom I cared for very much, and our family's still very close-knit, even though I'm divorced. I know that's weird, but that's how we are. So I had that the same week as the comedy show. Ironically, it was a very bipolar week for me. So that happened, and it was a tough day for me today. We had the wake, so I'm going to just try to use this as a distraction, and Patience is also going to do her best to distract me. We're going to just try and enjoy ourselves, and I think it'll work, because we usually fake it till we make it. Isn't that right?
Right.
Patience is used to faking it, TJ. Any chance I can get to insult TJ, I'm going to take it. All right. Before we clink, really quickly, Patience, what was your code 12 of the week?
Okay, so my code 12 is people who make a small mistake that is literally really fixable.
Okay.
And they turn it into this big, huge deal, and then they take it to your boss because of that big deal.
So, like, somebody tattling on a really small mistake, or one that like, is it a mistake they made, or mistake somebody else made that's really tiny?
Here's a scenario, because it happened this morning, and I, like, totally, like, ripped this girl a new one. So, I put in a note about this patient.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically said this patient doesn't pay her copay. But she does. Oh my god. You can remove comments in Epic.
Mm-hmm.
You literally just press inactivate.
Okay.
And so she sends me this message. Mind you, I've been there since 4:30 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, please do not put this in the comment section. And she goes, unlike you, my patients actually pay their copays. And I was like, that was so effing rude. I was so mad.
Why would she try to personally insult you as if it's your responsibility if they don't?
There's, like, a competition going on for whoever can collect the most money.
Wow.
And it's so stupid, which I don't care, because if my patients can't pay, I'm not a heckler for money.
Yeah.
And It's so annoying. In that comment, literally, there's a little button that says inactivate. I said I don't mind feedback, but when you do it to this extreme and you have to make comments like that, it's so inappropriate. So that's like my code 12. Like people who
don't mind their own business and like over small details, they sweat it and then.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I wouldn't have mind if it was like, hey, just so you know, this should have been this. And I would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I would have paid a closer attention. Like, I'm going to pay closer attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you just have to make, like, absurd comments like that. And then she messages me back and she's like, ha ha ha, I was just joking. And I was like,
sure.
Whatever. So I sent it to my boss today because I was like, I don't even care. Like,
you're like, and people go and tattle to their bosses. And you're like, I went and tattled to my boss.
She's the one that, like, keeps spreading gossip. And talking bad about everybody, and I'm like, I hate that she's my lead. I'm like, you are so annoying. I'm gonna like send this on up because I don't think this is acceptable to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
So that's my code 12.
All right.
I hate coworkers. That's why I like to work alone in my clinic.
I'm getting that way the older I get. I'm getting more peopled out the older I get. My capacity, my social battery. Yeah. Definitely. It's turning into the Dollar Tree brand of social battery. My code 12 was people that have really loud, obnoxious ringtones, like really loud ones. And then just piggybacking off of that, people that answer their phone on speaker in public really loudly and they're like walking in the grocery store having a private conversation at the loudest level they possibly can. Horrible. Lock them up. Get them out of here.
Okay, I do agree. But I will play devil's advocate. I think a lot of people who have the loud ringtones are, like, hard of hearing.
Okay, fair enough. There is going to be some exceptions, especially, like, elderly people that have it turned up all the way. People that don't need it, lock them up. Put them in a straitjacket.
I don't like the obnoxious ringtones. Like, the stupid, like, ones that you buy. Those are so annoying when they're, like, super loud. This one lady, she's, like, in her 60s. And hers is louder, maybe late 50s, and hers is "Hello Moto," and then it like plays this like stupid jingle, and I'm like, this is so
Hello
annoying.
Moto.
So annoying. I'm like, okay.
See, I was the Nextel chirp era where people are having walkie-talkie conversations everywhere, and it drove me nuts. And I had a Nextel chirp phone. I very rarely chirped people because it was so annoying.
Chirp chirp.
So stupid. It was fun having a little walkie-talkie. Also, stupid concept.
They still make flip phones.
Yes.
I was telling TJ that I think I have such an addiction to the phone that I actually am considering getting one and only using like a computer if I had to, and just using, because there's a lot of times that I'm like doom scrolling or like on any source like social media app, like I'm like doom scrolling and I don't like that, and I think having a flip phone would just be very like.
Isn't there like you could set alarms for yourself on your phone with time limits, or like couldn't you limit yourself some way and still have your phone like?
I don't
set
know.
reminders, be like, hey. Or you could do like a tracking app for how much time you spent in each app, and then it tells you.
It does do that.
Oh, it does do that.
It's horrible.
You're like, I'm
crazy. Addicted.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. When I go on TikTok, there have been times where I've literally been scrolling past all the warnings and been on it for like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, why did I do this? I just, ugh.
It like distracts me from work
Code 12
sometimes.
on me.
Because I'll like just pick it up and I'll start scrolling while I'm at work. And I'm like, stop, you got work to do. But it's like that nice little like pause like in my brain. Mm-hmm. So I have my books at work now. So when I just like want to break, I'll just like pick up a book and I'll just read a chapter instead. Okay. And I like just put my phone away and do that.
We are going to clink. So we're going to clink, and then Patience is going to do her segment of Previously Gummy Buddies. I'm looking forward to it.
Clink. These are hard.
A little bit. I'd rather have them be like this than super, super chewing like.
They're not that hard when you chew them.
I think they're fun.
We tried new weed.
It's true. I acquired via special channels.
It was like normal weed. Mm-hmm. Is that what we're gonna call it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was gummies.
Her coworker boss person.
The flavor wasn't too bad. Kind of soapy.
No. I think it was good. She gave us these gummies. Super weak.
Different person. But yeah.
Super weak.
Oh.
I can't remember what I was going to say. No, I don't remember.
Anyways, so it was like, it was light enough that I was having fun doing house cleaning and stuff, but there were 2 different kinds we tried. The one didn't kick in until like 4 or 5 hours later. It was really weird. And then even then we had to have like a bunch of food in order for it to kick in. Mm-hmm. Very weird. So
then we only got to like a 5 on the scale.
Yep.
So weird. I like the ropes with it. Love the ropes with it. Don't like that it's like stuck in my teeth. You know?
Mm-hmm. I definitely can tell this is going to be not fun to edit. I'm going to have to like mess with the volume so much on this because our chewing noises are going to be a nightmare. Take it away, Patience.
Previously on Gummy Buddies. Okay, so we had our one question.
Our bet.
Our
was, wager.
Are there any, or are there more, well, I don't know the specific question. Like, are there other rural ethnicity communities throughout the United States?
Not rural. Ethnocenters. Are there?
Well, I'm going to give you the actual description of it.
Like Chinatown. Are there other cultures? So it's
called a... Shoot. I already forgot part of it. Oh, okay, there's a specific term for these. They're called either ethnic enclaves or rural enclaves. But I think the ethnic enclave sounds better. 78% of it has actually grown since 2010. There are other ones. There are other communities. I'm gonna name one of them that is really funny. It's not funny. I don't know why they chose this name, okay? That's my whole point of it. I don't understand. So the Burmese Chinese community in Indiana, it's called Chinopolis.
Chinopolis. Chinopolis? That's cool.
It's like Indianapolis, but like China.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
It was so, I don't know. That's...
Chinopolis. Chinopolis. Okay, I get it.
They said there's like a bunch of different ones, but like the Somali community is actually in Minnesota. I was like, I want to know that. Yeah. Why Minnesota? Why do the Somali people
It's just where people randomly, like, someone starts a trend and immigrates with their whole family, and then other people come and want to immigrate to the same place because there's an established person that they can be familiar with. It makes sense. Like, if you say, I want to move out of the country, and I know I have people that I can communicate with more easily, I'm going to gravitate towards those people. Or say I know there's a Texas Roadhouse in England, and I'm moving to England. I'm going to want to live by the Texas Roadhouse because Mergo, you know?
There was more, and I don't remember them.
But the point is...
Katie was right.
I was right, and I get donuts now.
There are a bunch in the cabinet for her.
Oh. All right, well, if you're okay with it, we'll start my topic. I'm excited. I know we say that like every week. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm blah, 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 blah. I was really stressing about my topic this week. I did some procrastinating. I've been good about not doing that lately. But I was one of those students that always thrived in school. Like, if I had an essay the day before, I was hammering out that essay, and I did great. I work better under pressure than with too much time under my belt. So if I do say so for myself, and I do say so, I did decent. I'm excited to see what Patience thinks of it afterwards, because the more I unraveled this, the more I was like, it's just a classic case that I think she'll like. Okay.
And apparently I've like vaguely heard of it.
It's possible she's vaguely heard of it. If at any point you know for a fact that you know this whole story, that's okay.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want me to be surprised?
I want you to tell me if you have heard of it.
Okay.
Just for transparency. For the people.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that.
For the 2 people that listen to us.
I think there's more than that now.
Shout out to Mouse. Shout out to Chris.
Our number 1 supporters.
Yeah. All right. Police in Merthyr Tydfil, a town in Wales, were shocked when a young man approached them to confess a horrible tragedy. It was November of 1949, and Timothy John Evans was just 25 years old when he lost his wife. It was a horrible situation, but Evans claimed that he and his wife, Beryl, I know the name sounds a little odd, but it's spelled Beryl. It's like Cheryl or Meryl, only it's Beryl. Apparently it's yeah. So he and his wife, Beryl, had made the desperate decision to illegally abort a child they were expecting. The couple had already had a girl, Geraldine, who was about a year old. They were struggling to make ends meet in their apartment in Notting Hill in London, and the 2 felt that it would be impossible to take care of another child whilst barely able to feed and house the family that they already had. Evans told the police that he found some random man who sold him a bottle of some kind of mysterious medication, and that his wife Beryl had succumbed to it in a horrific travesty. It went bad. He said that he panicked and he dumped her body in a nearby sewer. He left their body.
Okay, hold on. What? Why? Okay.
This is 1949.
I don't think I care what time period we're at. Why would you dump your wife in a sewer? Even if you it had happened, you should just tell the truth. What?
Abortion was very, very, very taboo. Very, very
I think
no.
Throwing someone's body in a sewer is worse. That's so sad.
It's definitely sad. It's definitely, especially if you love your wife.
That, yes, but it's like, why would you want that for her? Mm-hmm. I understand your panic, but in your moment of thought, you're just like, yes, she would want to be thrown in a sewer.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
I don't know,
if you're going to dispose of an accidental death, but devil's advocate, my turn, if you're in the city, if you're in a crowded area of the city, you only have so many places you can hide a body. So
I just don't understand the whole point of hiding it to begin with.
Because he was hiding the crime and the shame, there was a very deep taboo on this topic, so it would have brought shame upon their family if other people had known what they were doing.
I would have taken the shame.
I think I would as well. I mean, you know what? I'm sitting here speculating. I'm fortunate enough to never have to consider that situation. Yeah. So he panicked. He dumped her body in the sewer, left their daughter Geraldine with a caretaker, and had come back to Wales, where he was from, to mourn and figure out what to do. So he's back home, and that's when he shows up at the police department. He had a come to God moment, was like, I need to confess. I need to tell somebody. So I'm going to show you a picture of what Timothy Evans looks like. This is Timothy Evans. He does not look 25 years old, in my opinion. But then again, this was like,
you
dressed more snappy. Mm-hmm. Definitely, if I were to guess his age, I would think he was like 40 or something. I don't know. But it could just be the bad quality of the picture, too. Now, upon hearing his confession, police went to retrieve poor Beryl's remains. And what they found confounded them. Because what they found was nothing.
What?
There was no Beryl. There was no Geraldine. And they realized it was impossible for Evans to even open the manhole cover that he states was used to hide his wife's body, because it took 3 officers to even get it open and off the ground. So police go back to Timothy Evans, and they say, hey, buddy, we got a problem. The math ain't mathin'. And Timothy says, okay, fine. I'll tell you what really happened.
Why are we having a cover-up story just to be caught in a cover-up story?
Oh, just you wait. He then tells a fantastic tale of his downstairs neighbor, John Christie, who had offered to help the couple with their problem. Timothy claimed that it was John Christie himself who said he would perform the dangerous illicit abortion, and that Christie came to Timothy and told him his wife had died as a result. Timothy said that John offered to take care of Beryl's body and look after little Geraldine while he went to go mourn. He said, I'll take care of the kid. You go. You grieve. I'll take care of the body. I'll take care of everything.
Why? And leave the daughter with this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Why would... That's... Okay, red flag. Number 2. Why?
It is he said it was his downstairs neighbor, so he didn't know him.
But you don't know someone that well to leave your child with them.
I don't know. I don't know how well they really knew each other. Timothy said he was just lying initially to help protect John, who had just been trying to help them. So the cops go back to the house. Okay. So Tim's like, look, I was just trying to cover for the guy. He had well intentions, but something's fishy.
Okay.
They do a search. They look around the yard and in the vicinity, and the police find nothing amiss. Timothy said, I'm telling you, this guy Christie killed my wife, and she has to be there somewhere. He's got my daughter. They got to be there. Upon searching the property once more, the police are able to open up a shared wash house out back.
Ew.
And
Ew. Could you imagine having to have a shared wash house? Ew.
I can't imagine it, and I don't like the idea of it. And they were not the only 2 people that shared this wash house, by the way. Other people in the area, like workers and people, used this wash house.
That's disgusting.
And there were witnesses that were like, oh, I didn't see anything at this point in time. Okay. So they unlocked this wash house. What they find will shock and disgust them forever.
I am already disgusted.
Just from the wash house. Well, inside, Beryl couldn't have died from an abortion. It was far from the truth. Beryl was wrapped up in a cloth and appeared to have been strangled to death. Right alongside Beryl was her baby daughter, Geraldine, who seemed to have been killed in the same manner. Now, the police were absolutely livid and vowed to get justice. They came back and confronted Timothy with the clothing of his deceased wife and daughter and said, "You're responsible for their deaths, aren't you?" Timothy looked at them, and in his devastation, he just kind of sat there and was like, yes. He stated that he and his wife had gotten into an argument and that he strangled her. And then his daughter 2 days later.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? Why? I want to know, what was the argument about? What? Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, the poor child.
Yeah. A 1-year-old? Are you kidding me? That pulls at my heartstrings. I know any child is sad, but like that age, just starting to like walk and get life and
Yeah.
And Geraldine, how cute of a name is that?
Yeah.
Testimonies of many neighbors and friends poured in, including the downstairs neighbor John Christie and his own wife Ethel, saying that they had witnessed horrible arguments among the couple and even seen Timothy Evans be physically abusive and hitting Beryl like on the head and the body. Timothy was even known to make up wild stories about his life to try and impress people. Like he would go around saying, "Oh, I've got an Italian count for an uncle." Like he would say these crazy tales. Despite his confession, Evans recanted yet again.
Oh my gosh.
And he said, wait, it really was John Christie. Evans' defense lawyers tried to point out that Christie had assault charges and had a history of theft and other crimes. But between the piles of Evans' lies and the public outrage, justice was swift indeed. The jury convicted Timothy John Evans of murdering his wife, with only 40 minutes of deliberations.
That's fast.
It's very fast.
Wow.
He was sentenced to death by hanging and was executed on March 9th, 1950, just several months after his wife and daughter's deaths. The end. Or not.
I have so many questions.
3 years later. Ask your questions. Because I think you're going to get some answers.
Okay. Why was Christie not questioned? I feel like, okay, yes, the guy has been lying and making up stories, but I feel like he should have still been questioned.
He was.
Okay, he was.
He was one of the witnesses during the trial.
Oh.
That was like, hey. Yeah. He was one that's like, hey, like, I'm not guilty here. Mm-hmm. Ethel was like, whoa, my husband had nothing to do with it. So he was questioned. Mm-hmm.
Okay, autopsy did, like, confirm strangulation.
He definitely, there was definitely, she died by strangulation, and so did Geraldine. Mm-hmm.
I want to know the motive. What's your motive, computer? Okay.
All right, are you
3
ready?
years later.
3 years later. In this residence in Notting Hill, the landlord comes to check in, and he finds that John Christie and his wife are nowhere to be found. Another couple was there and said that Christie had been subletting it to them. So the landlord gets mad. He says they have to be out by morning. He's like, get your crap and get out. You're not the ones renting from me. He tells the man that's legitimately renting the upstairs unit that he can now use this empty kitchen because apparently the guy upstairs by the name of Brown, he was having issues with his kitchen working or didn't have access to a kitchen. So he said, you can use the downstairs. Nobody's there at the moment. So on March 24th.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Were all their body parts accounted for?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, is this about to turn into a cannibal story? Like, how wild.
On March 24th, 1953, this man went downstairs and decided he wanted to spruce it up a bit. He was excited about access to the new space, and he wanted a shelf up for his radio.
Oh.
So he's feeling himself. He's trying to find a good spot on the wall to screw in this bracket, and just when he thinks to himself, man, it kind of smells nasty in here.
No.
He stumbles across a weak spot in the wallpaper.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that was like a time where like wallpaper was a big thing.
In a hidden alcove are the bodies of Kathleen Maloney, Rita Nelson, and Hectorina McLennan, all women in their mid-20s. The police came back to the house yet again, and this time they finally opened their eyes to the evidence around them. Missed in their first search for poor Beryl was an entire femur bone that was in the back garden propping up some kind of fence or trellis. A whole freaking femur that was there the first time they came to the house. They found it then. It had been there all along. Out in the garden were the remains of Ruth Forrest and Muriel Amelia Eady.
That's 5 people so far, right?
Inside under the floorboards of the living room was the body of John's wife, Ethel Christie.
What?
So, someone was busy. I feel like you're going to laugh when you see him because
I bet he looks kooky.
He does.
And you know what's actually like kind of funny? There's a patient that I know of, and he like.
Please spill the tea.
I can't say names, but he's very odd. Like he, literally, when I scheduled him the other day,
She says this having had a stalker.
He talked to me for over an hour about his cats, and I could hear his cats in the background meowing, and they were like biting him. And he's like, I just love my cat so much. And he's like, he's so nice, but he's very weird.
Gonna be Colin one day.
And his face, like how he looks, is like so creepy. And I'm like, I feel like this is what he's gonna look like. So now I associate a picture of him. I'm nervous.
Okay. Well, this is John and Ethel Christie. he looks like what you might imagine John Christie would look like after doing all these horrible things.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go through a timeline of when and how these murders occurred.
Yes.
It might seem a little overwhelming with all the names and such, but bear with me, okay? To start with, Christie, his whole life, he was always known as an odd guy.
Okay.
He did have a higher than average intelligence.
Did you see his forehead? Heck yeah, he does.
And was enrolled in the army.
It's like a 6-head, okay?
He does. At one point, John Christie had experienced an attack with mustard gas during his time in the military, and he was hospitalized, and it's said to... This is argued, okay? So he, after the accident with the mustard gas, or the attack, he went to the military hospital. He was treated. He stayed there a long time, but he said he lost the ability to speak normally. So after that attack, from then on, he only spoke in a quiet voice or a whisper. He never spoke loudly again after this mustard gas attack. Now, doctors seem to believe that this condition was actually psychosomatic more than anything. They didn't see any reason why he wouldn't be able to, but it is widely believed that John Christie had histrionic personality disorder.
Histrionic?
Histrionic. Now, do you know the difference between Munchausen's and histrionic personality disorder?
Nope.
Do you know, you're familiar with Munchausen's?
Yes.
Okay. So Munchausen's, for those unaware, it's where you seek attention from medical professionals or hospitalization even because you thrive on the attention of physicians specifically and the attention you get from having some sort of medical issue. Histrionic people, they're just overly dramatic and want all the attention all the time, period. Everywhere, all the time. Me. Life is sort. This is going on. You know those people, you've met histrionic people in your life where they're like, well, my car just exploded, but it's okay, because I donated my kidney yesterday. And like they just tell all these outrageous lies and they just sit there and embellish because they love the attention that pours in on them and they just like shocking people and getting that attention factor. Well, histrionic people are just the most melodramatic people that you know because woe is me. Everything happens to me. This is horrible. Look, I suffered this mustard gas thing and now I can't even speak and it was a tragedy. So this is
There
the difference. One's specifically medical.
There is some movie that has that.
Okay.
And I want to actually think it's a horror movie that the killer guy like actually has like all these issues and then all these women come to care for him because of all his problems and then it's like one thing after another and then
well, I know this isn't the same thing, but I know Ted Bundy faked having like a broken leg to get help from women.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid Ted Bundy.
Yeah, I think it was a leg and not an arm. Maybe it was a cast in the arm. I don't know. He faked an injury.
He is dead, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Go death.
Bold of you to say that before the funeral tomorrow. All right. John Christie did love the attention of doctors and saw them often. He also consistently suffered from erectile dysfunction and would many times only be able to have sex with prostitutes. He liked the control of it. And this struggle weighed heavily on his marriage with Ethel.
Poor Ethel.
Yeah,
she's so cute.
He never stopped sleeping with prostitutes the entire time they were married. After his stint in the military, John worked at the post office, and he was jailed for theft from there for a while. He also applied and worked as a war reserve constable. It's kind of like a substitute cop while they're shorthanded during the war. So he had like full powers of an officer. So when Timothy Evans said it was John Christie who killed his wife and daughter, the police were hesitant to believe that a fellow officer, no matter the history, would stoop so low as to kill a woman and her baby. Here is a listing of all of Christie's victims and the dates they were killed. I know I've said them briefly.
And are there ages?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
John's first victim was Ruth Forrest. She was 21 years old, and she was killed on August 24th, 1943. Ruth was a 21-year-old Ruth was a 21-year-old munitions employee who supplemented her income with prostitution.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, because are you kidding me? She has a job and she still can't even afford.
You have to prostitute. That's so sad.
After bringing her back to his house while Ethel was away, John had sex with Ruth and impulsively decided to strangle her in their bed afterwards with a piece of rope. He then hid her body under the living room floorboards for a while, and when he was able, he then moved it to the back garden.
Okay.
His next murder was October the following year, a little over a year later. October 7th, 1944, John Christie killed Muriel Eady. She was 31 years old.
Oh.
John met Muriel while working at a radio factory. She was a coworker who was complaining about her bronchitis. John convinced her that he had the perfect concoction of medicine at home that would help her. I'm going to read this next bit directly off of Wikipedia because his method was kind of confusing, and I don't want to describe it incorrectly. And we all know there's no mistakes on Wikipedia, so I'm going to read straight from it. Christie invited, quote, give me a second to have a drink here. Had like a hiccup come up and bad things. All right. Christie invited Eady back to his flat with the promise that he had concocted a, quote, special mixture that could cure her bronchitis. Eady was to inhale the mixture from a jar with a tube inserted in the top. In reality, the mixture was Friar's balsam, which Christie used to disguise the smell of domestic gas. Once Eady was seated, breathing the mixture from the tube with her back turned, Christie inserted a second tube into the jar, connected to a gas tap. As Eady continued breathing, she inhaled the domestic gas, which soon rendered her unconscious. Domestic gas during the 1940s was coal gas, which had a carbon monoxide content of 15%. Christie raped and strangled Eady before burying her alongside Forrest.
Where is Ethel in all of this?
They had lots of arguments and stuff, and there were times she went to live in other places or go visit family and stay with family. Obviously, they had a rocky marriage, so they were in and out of it.
Because, like, that contraption that he's, like, using, I'm like, how would she not have noticed something like that? Or, like,
I mean, if he tucked it away in his alcove or somewhere. I'm not saying that she didn't first, like, that she had no idea, but I am saying
maybe she had
suspicions. Possible. I mean, how do all these other serial killers get away with it under their family's nose? Look at BT. Ugh, I don't even like calling him that because he's an idiot. He doesn't get a cool nickname. Okay. The next two people that he killed, November 8th, 1949. This was...
What? 1949.
Mm-hmm.
The same year.
It was 5 years later. Okay.
1949, but that's the original, the lady and her daughter, they also died in 1949. So he must have went on, like, this killing spree in 1949.
November 8th is when he did kill.
Oh, okay.
Beryl and Geraldine Evans.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh.
Beryl was 20 years old. Geraldine was 13 months old.
That's so sad.
3 years later, John Christie betrayed the woman who stood by him through thick and thin. And on December 14th, 1952, John killed his own wife, Ethel Christie. She was 54 years old. He strangled her in their own bed just as he had to Ruth Forrest. Only with Ethel, he created elaborate cover-ups, made up different stories to different family members, and wrote letters saying she was ill and that he was writing on her behalf. And then he even forged her signature and emptied her bank account. He was apparently on unemployment at the time, but supplemented by stealing all of this from her and selling some of their belongings and furniture, a mattress, etc. Etc. A month after that, John Christie murdered Rita Nelson on January 19th, 1953. Rita was 25, and she was 6 months pregnant and visiting her sister. On February 26th, Kathleen Maloney was murdered. She was a sex worker from somewhere around Ladbroke Grove. March 6th, 1953, he murdered Hectorina McLennan. Her and her boyfriend were looking for a place to stay. For these 3 women, John Christie used a new method of gassing the woman with a gas pipe in his kitchen, though it is unknown how Christie himself wasn't rendered unconscious. There was some type of rubber tubing involved, and the women definitely were poisoned by carbon monoxide. They were brought to unconsciousness, where they were raped through and after their deaths. He strangled each of them with a rope as well. Afterwards, he put some kind of material between their legs, left them semi-nude, and wrapped them loosely in blankets before shoving them into the alcove.
Can you show me what an alcove is?
I don't have a picture of one.
You keep saying alcove, and
Have you ever seen like a breakfast nook off of a kitchen where there's like a little bay with windows and it's like a seating area?
Okay.
An alcove is just like a small open space.
But how?
It's like a side space.
I'm just confused because if there were they were piled up on top of each other?
They're shoved in whatever open space there was within that wall area.
It makes you wonder
I think they said there might have been like a cabinet there previously. So
the upstairs neighbor, I'm surprised he couldn't smell any of them.
So pretend like our spice cabinet doesn't have a door over it and it's just an open space. That could be a little alcove.
Okay.
So you just cram.
Good example. Okay. Got it.
All right. I don't know exactly how big it was. I didn't see pictures of it, but I didn't go digging. I kind of didn't want to. Yeah.
Sorry for getting off track.
No, you're fine. Upon the discovery of the bodies in the alcove, it became immediately evident that the police had completely botched the entire investigation, and that Timothy Evans' low literacy rate, his limited IQ, and the shock of the events led him defenseless against the onslaught of their accusations. It was a classic case of false confession, where the witness seemed to have been given just enough information to reflect it back onto the police in his statement.
I mean, thinking about it, okay, if I believe the story, Christie, got her in there about this concoction that'll, get rid of this child, blah, blah, blah. So she dies, and, obviously he was like, okay, you go mourn, I'll take care of your child, and then she dies too. And then, the police are like, it's your fault that they died, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would literally sit there and think to myself, yeah, if I wouldn't have left them, it is my fault, kind of thing, So I feel like saying that, but not explaining that's why you feel that way, it's a whole misconception of it.
When you find out that his IQ was estimated to have been 70-something, it explains.
Oh.
Yeah. So this poor guy, now I don't know if he was abusive. Neighbors did say they saw that, so maybe he was, but.
Well, maybe now they're all together in a nice place.
Maybe. Timothy Evans was given just enough rope of information to quite literally hang himself with. It was an absolute shame and disaster.
Aww.
Here is a picture of all of John Christie's victims.
Yes. It's my favorite. Love seeing everybody. Ooh, that's a good picture of Timothy Evans. I'm just looking at pictures. Ignore the silence.
I knew it would take a minute. She really likes to hone in on them, and I just like to let her have her fun. While you're doing that, let's do a quick level check. Boop, boop. I think I'm about 1.5, maybe a 2.
Maybe a 2.
I think that once I get up, I'll start to feel it more. But I'm just kind of focused on telling my story. So.
I don't want to be like that person.
Critical of the person that was murdered? Maybe don't.
No. I think he had a type. They all look so similar, and they all have really high cheekbones. And it's very interesting to notice those details. Like, they all look kind of similar. It
is very interesting, like the mind.
Then it makes you like beg the question, is it like sometimes like the motive is like because of like parentals.
You look exactly like my mom.
And I hated my mom so much, and then you take it out on all these women. You know what? What if that was like his whole like, yes, there are like the issues with everything else, but what if that was also a cause, and that's why like certain people like, I mean, I think these were just, damage to the thing, But the others, like, what if it was because they looked similar to his mom?
It could be. I mean, that's not uncommon for serial killers to have a specific type. You just remind me of the show Bates Motel.
I haven't watched it.
I was just going to say, I think you'd really like it. It's very good. Freddie Highmore, phenomenal. The acting in the whole show is very phenomenal. And you might not be a horror fan, but you're a murder fan. And believe me, there's some murder. I tried to have her watch Psycho. She got most of the way through it and fell asleep.
As I do.
Which is understandable, honestly. It's a very slow-moving movie. The most famous scene is about the height of the movie, and that in the very end. There are 8 confirmed victims of John Christie. 9 counting Timothy Evans. It is speculated that there are Mick victims. He supersized them.
I cannot wait to find out what happens to him.
Okay, I think I am excited. A 2 because my speech is getting affected. Okay. It is speculated that there are more victims based on the inability... Okay, I forgot about this part. All right.
Pull yourself
Listen
together.
carefully, because this is gross.
Okay.
2.5? Okay. I'm like picturing this, and it's... It is speculated that there are more victims based on the inability to match some pubic hair from Christie's sick trophy collection to the known victims. However, nothing has been confirmed. Listen to that again. His trophy collection of pubic hair. He ripped out chunks of pubic hair and kept it. It's just a whole other, on top of the rape and the strangulation and the beating of these women. Well, I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe he didn't beat them, but obviously when you're strangling somebody, you're going to be... Back to the point. The necrophilia. He ripped out chunks of pubic hair. That's so disgusting. It's just
That
a whole
is
other
gross.
level of low, and I was so flabbergasted that, I know serial killers will keep trophies.
And if anything you could take, you take that. Ew.
This case was one of some major examples that led the UK to the abolishment of capital punishment in 1998. On March 30th...
1998?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's pretty recent.
Mm-hmm. On March 31st, 1953, Christie was found and arrested. Over the next couple months, he eventually confessed to the murders, though he never admitted to what he had done to Geraldine. Presumably, he was being a coward, and he was scared of what other prisoners would do if they found out that he was a child murderer. There was a pathetic attempt at a plea for insanity that nobody bought. On June 22nd, the jury deliberated 85 minutes and found him guilty. He was only ever tried for the murder of his wife Ethel, but he was sentenced to death by, you guessed it, hanging.
How old was he when this all was taking place? I mean, based on the pictures, he's at least in his is it in his 60s?
No, he was, bear with me just a second.
Because he was, in the picture, he's quite older looking.
he was 54 years old when he was executed.
Okay.
And this all occurred over a span of like 5-ish years.
Wow.
So,
He looked rough for his age, because I would have put him in his 60s.
that's kind of why I was surprised. I felt like Timothy looked a little bit older than he was too, but I don't know if it's the way he dressed.
Maybe it's that shared wash house.
Jeez. John Christie was hanged on the morning of July 15th, 1953 at H.M. Prison, Pentonville, by the exact same executioner that had sent Timothy Evans to his grave.
When did they stop doing the executioner mask stuff?
I think
they had like...
Isn't it that to this day there are masked executioners? Ooh.
That's
previously on Gummy Buddies.
It's a good previous.
I thought there was...
I don't think they do it
maybe
anymore.
they don't do a mask, but I know, like, isn't it that with the electric chair they'll have like 3 switches so that none of them know which one actually did it?
No.
Is that not a thing? I thought that's a thing. Another previously on Gummy Buddies. Okay, I've just got this last little tidbit, and
I know when it's a firing squad, only certain ones will have bullets in them and some won't, and they'll like still fire it, and like that way they don't know which one did it or something.
I don't know.
Or they're blindfolded or something.
I know a firing squad, like, nobody knows exactly who. I don't know.
We need an episode of like execution styles.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Yeah. And I hate to say this, but lots of podcasters will do, like, of the macabre things, they'll do, like, medieval torture episode. I'm like, this is all medieval torture, I just pictured us doing an episode where we, like, fake medieval torture to each other, but our own version of medieval torture, like forcing you to soak your fingers in acetone for 15 minutes straight, or like...
That's torture.
I know, I'm saying. I'm not saying I think about torturing patients with weird things, but... judge. There was an attempt to rebuild some form of real justice for Timothy Evans. In 2003, the government stated, the conviction and execution of Timothy Evans for the murder of his child was wrongful and a miscarriage of justice, and some financial compensation was awarded to his living relatives. The murders at 10 Rillington Place in Notting Hill in London left a perpetual, intangible rubble of sorrow, despite the whole area being demolished long ago. Hopefully in its place, the police continue to strive to build a new era of solid detective work and true accountability. The end. For real this time.
It's always the police not doing their jobs.
Yeah.
It's always them.
You're telling me.
There's always something. It's always like not going that extra step.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Which
I really feel like
we almost just become.
We almost did, yeah. I feel like that's been happening with like a lot of cases we've been doing lately. It's just there's never enough evidence or police effort into doing things.
I feel like it's easy for me to sit outside and judge and say, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that, but I don't know. I mean, there's nobody else that does this work other than the police. Like, that's their job. So we don't have anything to compare it against, I guess. Like, there's not another department that's out there solving murders better than the cops. Like, they're the only ones. So, of course, we're going to see all their mistakes. But also certain departments like the LAPD,
yeah,
they've tanked it. I don't know how they are lately, but I just meant historically. So.
Level check really quick. Maybe a 3, 4? I don't know.
I think I'm a 3.
I just thought of something really funny. Not funny. I was like, what if you and I were like the modern day Sherlock Holmes?
Ah, it'd be fun.
I think that would be so... We just solve crimes left and right.
That'd be fun. I think that there's a romanticization. That's not a word, is it? Romanticizing.
Get it together, Miss Word Dictionary lady.
I used some cool words today, too. Yeah, I think that it sounds really fun. Sometimes I forgot about this.
We did our box.
Oh, our murder mystery box. Yeah, we did it, and we solved it. Smart.
It was a good one.
We did have to use 1 or 2 of the hints, but the hints were... the one thing we really messed up on was not looking at the back of that newspaper clipping. That was our bad.
Yeah.
That was our bad. And I'm mad at myself because I was like, oh, I should read the back of this, and then I forgot. Yeah. But not the same. I like how we know exactly what we're saying.
That's like us as cops not looking through all the evidence.
Yeah, like we're going to make stupid mistakes like that. So don't judge until you do one of those murder boxes and don't make a single mistake.
That's when we know we're ready. We've had our training.
When we get through one case files murder box, and then we're officially graduated and can judge from our high pedestal. A professional training with our slushies and dining room chairs.
I love it.
Okay.
Good topic. Good topic.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, so when I first started to read about this, sorry, hang on, I gotta, hello. When I first started to read about this, all I saw was Timothy Evans and the wrongful hanging. And then I read it, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, it was his neighbor. And then after that, I found out he was a full-on serial killer. And I was like, that's even more crazy. Like, what are the odds that a man would get wrongfully hanged? What are the odds that his downstairs neighbor would be a killer, right? What are the odds that a man will get wrongfully hanged and his downstairs neighbor's not only a killer, but a freaking serial killer? That's crazy.
I think the biggest thing is the time period that this takes place in. Because that's...
I know.
Like
I kept on picturing like the
ago?
1920... I kept on picturing older times than there was. When I was reading that guy Brown, that he was putting a radio in the kitchen, I was like, oh, I keep thinking like times when there was no electricity and stuff. And that's not the case. This was the 40s and 50s. So that kept throwing me for a loop. I kept on picturing old-timey London, like people sloshing dirty barrels of... Not barrels. She's on the brain. Dirty, like, buckets of water. You know, I figure... Because it described these workers that were like, oh, there was no body in the wash house when I went back there. There were workers that were vouching in Timothy Evans' defense that had solid, like, oh, no, I can witness and say that at the time that he was there, there was no body. Like, there were workers that were not allowed to speak. And the defense lawyer tried to say, hey, these workers saw nobody here. And at that time, Timothy was already in jail. So he can't have been the one to put the bodies in the wash house. And the workers were like, hey, there was nothing there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Imagine the kind of trauma that caused them.
Oh, there was massive evidence that was not allowed in the trial. That shouldn't have been. It was just a screw up from every standpoint. How many times did they have to search the house to finally find something? And
so you set up, they lived in an apartment. It's one giant house where multiple people live.
I don't know if it was just an upstairs and a downstairs and that's it, or if it was like a condo, or if it was a whole complex. I don't know.
I was wondering, because you say house, and then I'm like, you said apartment. And
I pictured like one of those duplexes where there's a whole upstairs, and then there's a flight of stairs, and there's a downstairs. Like, that's what I pictured.
Gotcha. I mean, obviously they shared a wash house.
Yeah.
So.
It's crazy. You're like, that's the true disgusting trauma here is out of everything, the wash house.
Ugh. Gross.
It does sound really gross. Yeah.
Pecans? No? Dang it! Good topic. Good job.
Yeah, I think,
I'm not good with foreign? Is it considered foreign?
Yeah.
Foreign, like, crimes. That is something that I normally do not look up.
How much you want to bet you're going to start seeing John Christie now on your feed? I knew, the thing is I swear I've watched an episode of Mysteries at the Museum or one of those that highlighted this case, because I distinctly remember a neighbor finding bodies in a kitchen. Like, that whole part I had heard before, but I didn't know it pertained to this case. I could not remember that. So, yep. Then my topic. So, thanks. I think I'm at a 4 now all of a sudden. So I'm ready to snack and see if I can...
Snack it up.
Snack it up, or I'm fire.
All right,
Clip that out.
Without further ado, we're going to snack time.
And bye.
So nice.
Authoritative.
I just wrote so hard. I think that's the most. I literally just sounded like a bullfrog.
You have to leave that in.
I really hope you could hear it.
Oh, I think I got you. Oh yeah, I know that'll pick up on the mic.
Okay.
All right, I'm playing with my hair like you do. What is up with that? As if it's voluptuous and 7 feet long like hers. So I'm fidgeting. I have hands.
Oh, pause really quick. Hold on.
I've had addiction.
Stop. All right. I think we're gonna. Sorry. Pause. No, I'm not with it. Shit. Okay, this is the time after the episode where me and Katie just chit chat. So
this is the song. What?
Last time we introduced that we were at a part where, like, if you want to stop listening, there's no more storytelling. It's just us jabbering after.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted that to be like a thing every time.
Yes, I think it's a good, like, that way people know, like, okay, I don't have to listen to the rest.
You have to be tortured.
I
want to torture them.
Like a disclaimer.
The earwax had it coming.
So level check. We didn't burp, and it makes me feel bad.
I didn't. I was the only one that burped earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to burp this time. She's going to burp me. So I was like, you burp. I know, you missed it.
We think we're on, like, the same level, but I feel like I am conducting just a little more.
I disagree, because you have lost track of what we're doing this whole time.
That's rude.
Inaccurate.
Okay.
You're so pretty.
Oh, thanks. You too.
Thanks. Dang it, we can't get away with not making fun of disabled people.
I am at a level. I'm at a level 9. I'm definitely, like, as we keep talking, I'm gonna peak up higher.
I'm definitely an 11. I'm well past my peak. Look at my eyes. Are they really red? I feel like they feel like they're the Clear Eyes commercials from the 90s.
This one is literally, like, red. And even one of your veins is, like, bright red.
I just glanced, and from far away, I can see how bright red they are. Oh my gosh. I could be like one of those demon masks.
Okay, snack time. We had a lot to eat at snack time.
I had anything that wasn't 15 miles away and chained to a wall. Anything I could take with me.
But we want to tell you our favorite snack tonight.
You don't want to tell them every snack?
Oh, I dropped
Only
my
our
pen.
Favorite? Are you dead?
No, I dropped the pen. Okay. Our favorite snack time creation this episode.
Tomorrow? When you go to tomorrow?
No, okay. We had a lot happen during snack time, so I was trying
tomorrow.
When you go to tomorrow, and what was I trying to say? When you go do this tomorrow, and I was completely flipping the sentences backwards.
When tomorrow you go to do it, or something, I don't know.
It was funny. Mm-hmm. So our favorite creation, and this is straight out of our mouths.
Crap.
What?
Shh, pretend like I'm still here normally.
Okay. So we named...
I can't find my notebook.
Oh, it's in the kitchen.
You know what? I'll remember.
Here, I can...
That was
Are
in
you
my
sure?
elbow that I just broke.
I can talk for this part.
It's okay. I'll remember.
Our creation name. The white people version of soul food. Cookie dough ice cream, but it was homemade. And we gave it a ritual. Would you like to say the name of our ritual?
The benediction. The dough benediction. The benediction of ice cream.
And then Katie makes like a cross in the air. And then she had multiple.
This is so embarrassing that you're telling people we did this. And then, I thought that was just snack time. I'm like, what happens in snack time?
No, that was so funny.
Snack time.
And then Katie had little mini food orgasms. And
it was one time.
It was great.
I can't believe you're telling on me. I can't talk. We gotta end this. We gotta wrap this up. Come on. Finish.
Oh, and then we knew this was going to be a giggler episode because we were giggling so much in the kitchen.
With Dinah.
That slut. You know, we have not. I think it's been a long time.
What if she was a ghost?
Wait.
What?
Tugboat.
We haven't heard from Tugboat either.
What is happening? That's getting
weird.
onset dementia. I almost forgot about Tugboat. I literally was sitting here thinking, like, man, there was something that we used to, like, joke about all the time, and that was one of them, and I totally forgot until just now.
I thought about him the other day.
Why?
Because I had to go in the ghost cabinet.
Oh.
We have a ghost cabinet.
Yes. Katie's pretty cool.
Get us out of here. Okay, keep talking.
Okay, so...
I love you guys, but I am really freaking out of it. We can do this.
Hold on. Please take a momentary pause. Which would you like?
Oh, you don't need to edit this out. Give me... You can't deny it. Oh, give me the blue raspberry ice might be a little more noisy. Let's go thinking putty.
Thinking putty?
Yeah.
The Aaron's thinking putty?
No, I wish I were in like a slime store where I could try the slimes and buy them.
I don't know how you're going to open this can.
What if there was a slime store that you could walk in, like the soap shops, and you could... Oh my gosh, this is a really high idea.
Okay, hit it, because we're recording, so we'll remember.
Genius. All right, the slime store
Mm-hmm.
is like a yogurt shop, like a frozen yogurt shop.
Yes.
Where you can scoop out slimes and try them in the shop and take them home with you.
Ooh.
Is that making any sense?
No, it does, yes.
But slimes.
I can't open it.
You could get a free sample of the slime.
And then you can add your different textures in that you like?
Yeah, custom mix-ins. Patience, what if... Dude, that's such a genius idea. Wait. Even more genius if we were like... For like kids' birthday parties. We were an activity that people booked for us to go do it for kids. Like you go set up...
kind of like
a mobile slime bar buffet. This is so freaking high. Mobile slime bar buffet to like go around and book events at.
I know what you're talking about.
And with free samples. Oh my gosh, don't forget that. Is this the stupidest idea?
No. We'll see when sober Katie thinks or hears that back. You open that.
When tomorrow?
Say.
I can't. My hands are too weak.
Okay, let's pick one that's in plastic or I can twist it off. You have the Care Bear or this one?
Care.
Or that one. The Care Bear one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Because I can at least take this off.
I'm scared I'll break my nail. I can no longer.
I know. I actually...
She's responsible. It's a recording for when my ears go deaf when I'm editing this.
You don't
we know who caused
have
it.
You don't have headphones. She edits it. The attitude. Okay. Do you see what I put up with? Do you see my abuse?
Okay. Oh wait. I felt like I.
Alrighty. So today's topic. We were wondering about how Christie survived in the rooms, and Katie was like, gas mask, like maybe like he's creepily like standing in there like just watching from a gas mask.
Yes. Well,
It made me think of I actually think they're real Chernobyl pictures, but there are people standing in gas masks, and they're like these old time photos of just people standing with the mask. I mean, they're thinking of that, or I'm thinking of Sandman. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Is it very stimulating?
I love it.
Okay, good.
Because it's not like sticking to my skin, but it's like goopy and wet still.
Good. So it made me think of those old pictures like that, and
Sorry.
I liked that creepy vibe that I got.
Oh, I love that.
So
okay, so you think of like spooky old timey history. I think of Malachi Vise. Let me tell you who Malachi Vise is.
You totally changed our person.
No, I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done.
Yeah.
Describe this man to me. I have not read it.
Okay. So, he is in Little Stranger, the dark romance book by Lee Sterling, I believe is her name. I feel bad, I don't remember. But he's the main character in that. And in that, there's a scene where he chases his sister into a cornfield with a gas mask on his face.
Oh.
And I know I'm staying with her in the cornfield with the gas mask. And yeah. I don't know. I'm really into dark romance. That book is weird with the sibling aspect. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. But the emotion and then the audiobook, you have to hear it. I have to play you a sample. You'll love the book. Okay. Anyways, so yeah. Zaid Meadows, his voice.
But the person who actually voices him is not that attractive.
No, excuse you.
Not my type.
Well,
love the voice though.
I'm offended.
So that book is like opened up a whole new world to me of like dark romance because I've never read a dark romance book, and I think for anyone who hasn't read one, that would be such a good starter book.
I think it was a good starter book, but I liked it so much, I've had a hard bar to meet. Every book I read now, I'm like, oh, but I wish it were kind of more like this. So
do you think you would rather like build up the like, oh, okay, this is semi-spicy, and then you go up, or would you rather start at the top and then see what compares? Because then
semi-spicy to like, I'd rather just have it get better and better.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. See, I would have rather started at the top and then like keep comparing, because then I'd be like, okay, this is like exactly what I like to read. So I would find other books that were more based upon that.
Okay. Yeah.
So interesting.
Interesting.
The books that I have been reading. So I'm with it now. Girl, sorry. It took me a second to get there.
Wait, level check really quick. Burp, burp. Pecan.
I wasn't with it. My brain was like, what?
I was so betrayed. That's the first time you've never pecans first.
So, burr. 10.
11 still.
Okay.
I'm sitting nice and comfy.
So talking about the books. So I started reading the Evil Women in History book that I got actually from Goodwill, which was so crazy that I was just sitting there. I have been reading it nonstop, been very interested. So my next topic is actually 2 stories based off of that book. And we're going to go, Katie likes to take us back in time. For next episode, mine will take us way back in time.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm excited because I don't normally do like super old topics. So this one is very old and I think it'll be very great.
Ooh, I love old topics.
So I wanted to give a little spoiler. So the book thing made me think of that.
Okay.
She doesn't remember what she's supposed to say.
I don't think that's the same thing you said.
You said...
We're breaking the fourth wall again.
Oh, stop!
Don't listen. Go away.
You said Zaid Meadows.
Pause the show.
You said Zaid Meadows, and mine was about a book.
Book.
Mine was book.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Got it.
We're back on track. Choo-choo.
I went off the rail. Just for a second, I fell asleep at the wheel. I'm sorry. So, grade school. All right? Mm-hmm. What is your book that you read that, like, is your most sentimental book? What book you've read gave you the most emotion from grade school, like when you were younger?
Like almost your favorite book when you were, like, very
when you were a kid and you were
obsessed with.
What's the best book throughout your childhood that you remember reading?
Okay, if we're talking at, like, early ages, I remember Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Loved it.
Obsessed. That existed.
Obsessed.
I was little when that was out. That was an old one.
But then as I grew up, if I was, like, in my, like, middle school, Goosebumps books.
Bum, 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 bum.
My favorite.
I can hear the pianos. I love Goosebumps.
That or, I grew up in Ohio, and so they had Haunted Ohio books with all these different ghost stories from the whole state. Very good.
I could
Genius Patience, write that down.
Listen to ghost stories right now, or like watch ghost stories.
I need to get those books because I think you'd be very interested in them because they are like creepypastas, but they're like ghost stories from the town. And they're so wild and off the wall like that. I think if you did a story time with your stream and you read that book, it would be so good.
Ooh,
I think I would have goosebumps, Katie, because I remember those stories in those books because when we got in high school, you unlocked a memory. When I was in high school, the guys that I was friends with actually went to certain places out of the ghost story book and, like, tried the different methods to see, like, if it was true. I vividly remember them. It's so weird.
Wow.
So I gotta get those books. What would be yours? If you were, like, younger and then, like, in middle school.
So there is a book that I read that, like, it has a profound impact on my preference for books to this day.
Oh.
It was called I Am Regina. And I will never forget. So I was in 7th grade when I read it. And it was about a, oh no, I hope people don't get offended that I don't remember the name of this war. It's like a Native American versus colonial people war.
Okay.
Why can't I remember the name of that war? Stupid gummies. Anyhow, okay. Yes. So it's a girl who lives during that time, and her house is raided by Native Americans, and her family's killed in front of her, except for her little sister. And then they take her and kidnap her, and they hold her as a slave in their town, in their encampment, whatever, settlement. They're in Braining again. And she, like, goes through all of these things while she's there. She slowly forgets who she is. She slowly forgets how to speak English. She's promised to a Native American husband. Spoiler alert. So, that book, profound impact on me. In the end, made me actually, it's the first book I've ever cried reading.
Wow.
And I didn't know Native Americans, this is so ignorant of me. I didn't know before I read it that Native Americans kidnapped white children. I didn't know that was a thing that actually happened. I don't know. I just never.
That sounds really good.
Very good book. I'm
gonna read it.
My eyes out.
I'm gonna read it.
We could make that a book club book. I would read it again.
Yes. Look at us coming up with good ideas.
We're just geniuses tonight.
That's so good. That sounds very interesting. I like that. I was not expecting you to talk about your favorite book, like when you were growing up. I think, shoot, hold on. I'm going to describe a book to you, and I want you to tell me what it is.
Oh.
Because, no, I know you know it.
Okay. This is a lot of pressure. For somebody who has a library science degree, I feel really pressured right now.
Older book.
Okay.
I'm just being stupid. It's older, but not too old. Okay.
I am
We're like 67.
I feel like my eyes are like,
okay. It's a book about a diary of a man who ends up dying. Oh my gosh, and you had to read it in high school. It was like a book that my English teacher would read.
Was it during the Depression?
I think.
Was it The Grapes of Wrath?
Nope.
And a man dying, like an older man starving to death on the back of a wagon?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I can't remember how he dies, but it's like almost like a book about him, and he meets this like kid, and he grows with them, and he like writes in his diary every day. I can't think of it. It's gonna bother me, Katie. Can I see your phone?
Yes.
I gotta find it out. It's a really good one. But we'll continue our conversation while I search.
A man growing. Say it one more time for me.
So it's a diary of a man, and every entry is like a different day, and then by the end of the diary, he like has died.
Oh.
I can't think of it. I know it's a college or a high school book.
You know what I never read? Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
No, I've never. What is that one about?
That was a very famous children's book. And it wasn't. Was it a fantasy or?
I don't know.
I'm ashamed I don't know. Teachers over there trying out for AC/DC or whatever. I think I just made the weirdest face. Like,
okay, so speaking of
me out of the whole episode, will you?
So off of the
memory,
I said a TV show, and there's a show called Elementary, and it's really funny, but it has, like, all, like, things that I remember doing in grade school, like, in that time. And I'm like, oh, like, they were playing Foursquare.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember playing Foursquare as a kid. And then there's the pole that has the tennis ball on it, and you, like, hit it with your hands and you wrap it. It had, like, scenes like that, and I was like, oh, I remember a time like that when I really enjoyed, like, school.
Oh.
So I really like that show, and I think everybody should watch it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. I really like watching shows that make me associate memories with, like, what I, like, had in, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying. So, what? You're doing great.
You're going to watch this and edit this, and you're going to know exactly why I'm laughing.
Okay. What's going on with Netflix, Katie?
Okay. Do you remember old Netflix?
No.
So, back in the day when you wanted to watch a TV show, you would mail the DVDs back and forth from old Netflix. So, when I watched the TV show Grimm, that's how I did it. One disc at a time when Netflix was still discs in the mail.
You want to know what I remember? Well, if we talk about the disc, we had Redbox. It was called Redbox, and they were always at McDonald's. And you could go there and rent out movies.
There was one by my store, like, until, 5 years ago or something? I don't know. There was one there a long time. I remember when those first came out, and it was like...
That's crazy.
I was like, how does this work? I don't get it. This is so cool, but this is so weird. Dude, man, I'm old.
Wow. So Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Chris recommended the show Mindhunters to me.
Oh, I've heard of it.
You have to watch it, okay? You gotta.
Okay.
I really like the show, so now when we talk about topics, because I watched that show, I ask, like, different questions in my mind that they ask. It's really good, and I think you should watch it, and we can always circle back to that.
Think it'll make us better armchair professionals?
It just makes you, like, want to question, like, more.
Okay.
Really quick. I have not found my book title, but it did have Fahrenheit 451, and that is also one of my most memorable books because I had just gotten out of homeschooling, and I had to go back to 9th grade English because apparently my credit didn't transfer, so I had to retake it. So I was a senior in a freshman class, and you had to do a project about a book, and mine were burnt pages that I made of the letters from Fahrenheit 451.
Wow.
And my teacher actually kept my project to be used as, like, further examples because I did so good on them.
Oh my gosh, good for you.
I remember TJ actually helping me burn the papers and everything.
Whoa.
Yes, so that was a really good
randomly
one.
Oh my gosh, you randomly remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Such a specific memory.
Yeah. Another crazy thing, what do you think is I Am Regina is, like, would that be your...
You remember the title of that?
I did. What do you think would be...
Wait, the song.
Cheeky.
She's singing the song of her home people.
Okay.
We'll give you the benediction of the ice cream later, Cheeky.
I'm gonna
I
blow
want
your
more,
mind.
Actually, right now.
Oh my gosh,
Just
Kate.
stop the podcast. There's ice cream.
I'm
sorry, I'm kidding.
I just had a really a big memory unlock.
Okay.
The first time that I ever discovered how great reading was.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually might cry.
Pop off. Okay.
Okay, so I used to not like to read at all. I would use Cliff Notes. And then one time I had to do a project for school and you, like, had to know it. Mm-hmm. And I picked the book. It has the who, the what, the why. You know, oh my gosh, it's a Disney show now. What is it called? It's really common. The names of the people in the book are what, who.
Oh, Inside Out? No. That's Happy, Sad. That's how high my brain is right now.
Oh my gosh, why can't I think of it?
What, who, what? That's a Disney show. I want to play with the slime, but it keeps making the click. That wasn't the slime. That was just
or Mrs. What and Mrs. Who. Oh my gosh. Hold on. It'll come to me.
Like Dr. Seuss?
Nope. I just need a second.
I know not what you speak, I'm afraid.
Burp, burp. A Wrinkle in Time. God, that took me a long time. A Wrinkle in Time was the first book that I ever fell in love reading. And I remember that, like, that giving me, like, a whole special... I think that's the first book I ever cried at, Kate. I think that would be mine, because I remember I cried because I actually had to read the whole book.
You know how that is... Okay, I don't want to cry. Don't cry.
Okay.
That's really special to me, because my sister Sarah, that was one of her favorite books, but I've never read it. And the fact that you love it and you're reminiscing about it, it reminds me of her talking about how much she liked it. You both have read a book I haven't read.
That's crazy. I definitely think you should read it.
I should. I have to now, but I'll probably cry. I think the reason I didn't is because isn't the book itself sad? Well, you said he died at the end. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe that. I forgot all about that.
I think that's like, again,
I can picture my library I went to as a kid too right now.
Again, I really like that we do these gummies because it unlocks memories like that I haven't thought of in forever.
That's definitely true. Because even when we're sober, we're like, oh no, I didn't think about that. Like, I haven't thought about that in ever.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm gonna do a previously on Gummy Buddies. I want to know the book that I'm talking about, the diary book, so I need to do research. We'll come back with that. Put it in the starter. So, all right.
Great. No.
Okay, Kate.
I'm taking us out of here.
Take this. All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Okay.
Oh,
folks, it's time to be interrupted. Breaking news just came in. I thought Elijah was going to interrupt us for a second. Okay. I was going to yell. Oh, Katie, don't yell.
Okay. I'm ready.
Catherine?
Yeah.
We're everybody.
Sorry.
This is oh wait, you can't see. You're not actually on the camera somehow. Okay. That was Elijah.
We're
Okay.
almost done.
Enjoy yourself outside of the podcast,
Where's
please.
the Ogallala?
Ooh.
Well, Josh...
In a bag in the fridge.
I was about to just give the rest to Josh.
I
We'll
was
go
gonna
look
let
for
him have it.
Alright.
I told
We're
him
almost done.
especially today.
Roughly where?
Somewhere.
Top shelf, second shelf. This is the difference between men and women. Women would be able to find it.
What a rough ending to this episode.
I know.
Oh my gosh, get us out of here. Your toast is to...
With my vaporizing.
Totally
brand.
was not expecting that.
My toast is to... Ooh, that tingle. My phone just went off, and it's in between my leg folds. Okay. So distracted.
Your toast.
My toast is to little cozy cottages.
Oh. Cheers to that.
You're here.
Okay, you ready for mine?
Mm-hmm.
It's really big in my hand. Cheers! You're really gonna like my toast, because I actually came up with it. Preemptively. What?
She's holding an odor eaters.
An odor eater is like foam pad you put in your shoe. It is clean. My toast? Okay, I need you to focus because this is about to be so sweet. You ready?
Oh, okay.
My toast is to our friendship and that we can have gigglers.
Oh.
I love it so much.
Cheers. Oh, that is so sweet.
Oh,
I just thought of a really high thought.
yes. My
Okay.
cheeks are hurting.
Like right
because we're
now,
smiling too much.
I feel like we're really on the same level, and I just pictured us like Oh, this is so freaking hot. I just pictured you and I, like, swinging back and forth at the same time or, like, moving in the same way at the same time.
Yes.
I feel like I can picture it, like, I don't know how to describe it.
I know what you're feeling, though.
Like, I feel like our waves are moving in the same direction right now.
And we haven't had one of those in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's always weird, like, when we, like, finally connect with each other and then we have, like, this really great night.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we just die off after. Like, we don't do a lot of the same things we used to do, like, after we get high.
That's true. We used
Before
to do
the
Patreon
podcast.
videos. We gotta fix our Patreon.
Girl, we have no time for anything. Oh, and depression. All right, Kate, get us out of here.
You know what? It's been great having you guys. You're the guest on our podcast tonight. We're not the guest in your ears. But we gotta get out of here. So, catch us at gummybuddiespodcast@gmail.com. Send us a note. Look at us on TikTok at Gummy Buddies Podcast. That is all. Thank you so much for listening.
We hope. God, I gotta get these written down too.
I didn't tell you that. For 30 episodes.
We're almost to 50.
Ow. Get me out of here. I'm injuring myself.
We hope you don't injure yourself like Katie does.
And thank you for being our Gummy Buddies.